The estimated cost of global food fraud ranges from $25 to $37 billion annually. Honey, celebrated for its taste, nutritional value and health benefits, is unfortunately one of the prime targets. Considering that in 2022 the European Union produced 236,019 tons of honey, alarmingly, a recent EU-wide coordinated action revealed that 46% of the sampled honey was suspected of being subject to fraud. At the EU level, the EU Honey Directive consolidates the EU-wide definition of honey, specifying common rules on composition and determining the main labelling information. Despite these regulations, globalization and complex supply chains have contributed greatly to a rise in honey fraud. These trends undermine market prices and consumer trust, inflicting substantial harm on the beekeeping sector, where honey prices are crucial for economic sustainability. Honey fraud occurs through mislabeling and adulteration. Mislabeling involves false claims about the botanical, geographical, including regional, territorial and topographic or entomological origin of honey. Noteworthy is that the EU Honey Directive remains vague on honeybee subspecies entomological derivation. Conversely, adulteration involves mixing honey with cheaper, low-quality honeys or adding sweeteners such as sugar syrups. These practices artificially inflate the price of low-value honey to that of a higher quality, which fetches a better price on the market. Traditionally, fraudulent honey is detected using the presence of pollens, which indirectly indicates the geographical origin of the honey. Other analytical methods target physical-chemical characteristics of honey, such as sugars, proteins, amino acids, minerals, and trace elements. However, these methods lack universality and are adopted arbitrarily in different countries. An exciting and novel approach is the use of DNA markers, which has great potential for identifying both botanical and entomological origins of honey. As living things continuously shed genetic material, honeybees leave traces of both the flowers they visited and their genetic material in the honey they produce. Scientists have developed tools to detect this genetic material and use these biomarkers to identify honey fraud. However, only if the local honeybee subspecies is reared, this novel parameter can be utilized to assess entomological origin. This provides a strong incentive for beekeepers to rear their regional autochthonous bees, offering an added tool to combat honey fraud. Malta, an EU member state in the Mediterranean, has a long tradition of beekeeping and hosts an endemic subspecies of honeybee. As is the case with other regional subspecies of honeybees in their own native habitats, the Maltese honeybee is key for sustainable beekeeping in Malta due to its adaptations and increased production. It also offers an added opportunity in the fight against honey fraud, should environmental DNA in honey be used to determine authenticity. In addition to testing, increasing consumer awareness is another crucial way to address honey fraud. To that end, the Foundation for the Conservation of the Maltese Honeybee has since May 2023 advocated for the declaration of the Maltese honeybee as Malta's national insect. This initiative aims not only to safeguard local biodiversity, but also boost public interest in beekeeping and bee-derived products. This elevated status would also translate to the enhanced value and prestige of local honey. Promoting honey as a product derived from both local flora and an endemic subspecies declared as the national insect holds great potential for the economic sustainability of Malta's fragile beekeeping sector. At the European level, the principle of honey authenticity, based not only on local flora, but also on endemic honeybee ecotypes, should be given serious consideration. This approach offers a dual safeguard in promoting sustainable honey production amidst globalization, climate change, and other challenges. It ensures authenticity, quality, and increased valorization by protecting against honey fraud, while also conserving the increasingly threatened biodiversity of honeybee ecotypes.